Whoa!
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
I think it was Daryl that wrote in this morning and said, are we going to talk about this elephant in the room? And that's about San Luis Obispo Police Chief Deanna Cantrell leaving her firearm in a restaurant. Did this happen while I was gone, or did this happen yesterday? This happened yesterday.
Yeah, this happened yesterday.
All right, so she's fairly still new,
as you
right?
were landing. Maybe she was celebrating your return.
My return?
And she was just so overwhelmed with the fact that you're coming back to town that she was like, man, what am I gotta go see Jeremy. And then she decided to leave her firearm in the stall. So anyways, I saw a little bit of this last night on the news, and then he wrote in this morning, and people are pretty, I guess, worked up about it one way or the other. I listened to her little video. I'm going to play it in a second. And I thought it was pretty commendable that she would actually come forward right away and say what she did and say that she wants to be held accountable, that she's kind of turned herself into her superior, and they're just, we'll wait and see what happens with it. And that's the kind of police chief I would want if I work in this town. What choice does she have? She's not going to sit there and try to hide it.
Are you kidding me?
You can't hide that.
Do you know the politics in this town? In any town, it happens all the time.
What's the excuse?
People that run for city council, board of supervisors. I mean, some of these people are pretty sleazy.
But
it goes all the way up to.
She's not a politician.
No, well, she is. When you're the chief, it's very political.
Yes, but not really. Not your typical politician. She's got people that she answers to. It's outside of constituents.
Sheriff is a political office that is voted upon. Yeah. This one is a selected.
Yeah, this is selected.
So you're right. It's not quite the same as sheriff.
But the thing is, what excuse can you come up with if you do that? I mean, if you do it and you go back into the stall and you find your gun, then no harm, no foul. You just pick it up and put it in, and
nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know. But that's not what happened.
She went back in the stall and
it was gone.
Not.
So here's a piece of what she said yesterday.
I was eating lunch today at a local restaurant in San Luis Obispo, and I went into the restroom. Even though my gun was in a holster, it didn't stay clipped to my pants, so I removed it and I placed it next to me. I left my firearm in the restroom. Within minutes I realized it, but when I went back it was gone. Someone had stolen it. I immediately checked video footage, and I saw that 3 people had entered the restroom after me. The first man, whose photo was released on Facebook, went into the restroom after me and then immediately left the restaurant without ordering any food.
Well, that's the guy that had to take it, right? You don't just walk into a bathroom and then just walk right out.
She says within minutes she realized that she left her piece in the stall. Yet 3 people, after checking the surveillance footage, went in and used the bathroom. How nice is the bathroom at the El Pollo Loco? Is it a good bathroom? I have not been there yet. I don't know.
This is on Los Osos
I'm going to
Road.
go check out the bathroom today, though, because it might be my new favorite deuce spot, because I can't use the one here at work because it's so gross.
Right. It's probably.
I might drive across town
to use the El Pollo Loco.
To use the facilities, because everybody's going into that bathroom within minutes.
Here's a little bit more.
Within minutes.
The next 2 people that entered the restroom were still in the restaurant and said that the firearm was not in the restroom when they went in. My actions were irresponsible and dangerous, and I'm so grateful that after our preliminary investigation, a child didn't find it. I was complacent, and that's something you can never be with a firearm. I expect more from myself as a person, and especially as a police officer that has carried a firearm for 25 years. This was reported to my supervisor and law enforcement immediately, and the firearm was entered into a national database. I expect to be held accountable, and I want to publicly apologize for my carelessness, and I hope that in some way this serves as a lesson for others. Thank you for your time.
All right.
This is what scares me, okay? In order for you to take the gun that you find in the stall, take it into your possession, you must have, like I asked you a little bit ago when we were talking about this, what would you do if you found a gun? And your response?
Turn it into the manager of the store.
I got to think that 99% of people would turn the gun in. I think the scary part about this is the fact that the guy that finds it decides to take it, and that is a 1% guy, and that 1% guy is the unstable of the community.
Most likely, I think they were still in the, he probably walked in, he saw police officers stick out, I mean, you're wearing a uniform, there's more of, and so you walk in, you see that, you go into the bathroom, gun, I bet you I figured out who this is.
Yeah, it's one of these police officers
you
out here.
Stuff it in your pants and run out?
So, my
question is, what are this guy's intentions?
Yeah, the intentions of this guy.
And the last gun I would want is a police officer's gun. Because I would think they'd be able to track it easier or something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean.
We don't know where the gun is.
No,
I commend the police chief on coming forward and doing what she did. I think you're right. I don't know if she really had any other options to do it.
Swim trunks and sunglasses inside guy has it.
What's weird about it is he's wearing sunglasses inside. Isn't that weird? I always think that's weird.
Never trust somebody wearing sunglasses inside. This is an age-old. I've said this since the beginning of time. Somebody's wearing sunglasses inside, and they're not Bono and have an eye condition. Then you gotta question that person's intentions. And if they're wearing swim trunks and sunglasses in a Mexican chicken restaurant, you better. I think they're swim trunks. I don't know. They look like swim trunks.
Oh, yeah, those are swim trunks. They're like chartreuse, and it looks like black and white. He's wearing a jacket and tennis shoes. A lot of weird stuff going on here in sunglasses.
Now, if this guy comes forward with the gun, and maybe he just made an ill-advised decision to take a gun. He's like, I'm going to take this gun. And then now he's hearing, you and I talk about it. I'm sure other people are talking about it. Do you turn it in now? Because you could get in trouble for you've stolen a gun.
Your fingerprints are on it.
You stole a gun.
This is a felony.
So now what?
You have a stolen gun.
Now what do you do with this gun that you have?
You got to take all your fingerprints off of it.
Stolen.
And you got to put it in the mail.
And you can't. You
got to drop it off.
Like if you turn it in, what's going to happen to you? Are you going to get charged?
You better not be this guy. Because if this guy turns it in, you're done.
And I'm burning those swim trunks, and I'm throwing those sunglasses away immediately, and I'm getting a toupee.
Bowser from Sha-Na-Na writes in. He says, "Where is the gun?"
No, he goes, "Hey, where's the gun?"
We need to know. I think, Bowser, that's the whole point of, the police chief from SLO coming out after she had left her firearm in a restroom stall.
Hey, greasers, where's the gun at?
That she came out right away and said, hey, listen, this happened. We need to figure this out. Grab a call. 805-543-3693. What do you want to say about it? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was just wondering, the big question is, what is a guy doing in the girls' bathroom?
Oh, yes, that was, I forgot about that.
I think a Pollo Loco has bathrooms like Starbucks.
They're unisex?
That's the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's unisex. It's 2019. Nobody has a designation anymore. We're all just the same.
Which is.
I guess I got to get out more.
Which is dangerous on so many fronts, because now there's going to be a situation in which I just assume all bathrooms are unisex, and I'm going to walk into a woman's bathroom.
Well, I got to tell you, and
I'm going to walk into a woman's bathroom, and I'm going to be like sitting there doing my business, and a woman's going to come walking in, and I'm going to be like, wait, what? What's going on here?
If you're a woman, do you really want to walk into a bathroom after a guy's come out of the stall?
Yeah,
no.
We need these distinctions.
No, it's not good.
Only to make people comfortable. Because
so if they had a female in a male's bathroom, chances are she would have got her gun back. Since it looks like this guy is the one that stole the gun.
Are you saying that a woman is incable of
No, I'm saying this is the suspect right
gun?
here, and he's a guy. He wouldn't even went in there in the first place.
True. The other two people, were they women?
We don't know that. They didn't say. But they didn't have the gun because they were still in the restaurant.
Maybe this is where the bathroom distinction makes a case for itself in the national public opinion. You're like, well, men have different intentions than women do. Men would steal guns, women would not.
You don't know that. I mean, I'm sure some women would steal guns, but
listen. Is it okay for me to generalize in this one? I'm saying generally, I think a woman would see that and say, "Oh, what do I do? I better tell somebody in the restaurant." I would do that too. I would do that too. So it's hard for me to say. Like I wouldn't steal, but I would say as a man, the thought might cross my mind, free gun. Right there. Even though you take out of the situation what you brought up earlier, and that is, you see the police officers in there and everything.
Yeah, I know, but free gun. But if you get caught with it,
I know
it's a felony. You're going to jail.
But I know nothing about guns or gun
Where
laws.
is this Pollo Loco at? Los Osos Valley Road.
It's the old Max Superstore right next to Target.
Oh, okay. So he's over there by Target and Dick's. It's a very busy area.
It is a very busy area, which might explain why the bathroom was so busy.
That's very true. He could have just been popping in to use the bathroom. He may not even have it.
She said, within moments, I realized I did not have my piece, and 3 people had already used the bathroom. That's a lot of people in moments. Within minutes.
Could be lunch rush. Could be very busy. I've been to some restaurants where it's moving.
The bathroom's moving?
Oh, yeah. Everything's moving because there's a line getting in. Anyways, we put this picture on our Facebook page at Jeff and Jeremy.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.